Hello, everyone. Welcome. Jim Graham and I are on the call as your co-hosts this morning or this afternoon. Of course, we might have some people in from Hawaii, in which case I think it would be morning out there. But listen, this is about the Professionals Forum and some things that we're announcing here, special opportunities. And I think what was, Jim, can you fire up your webcam on your end too? Is that something that we can both be on the call at the same time? There you go. All right. All right. So, Jim, why is everyone on this call? What was the?
Well, you know, my background looks a little bit busy back here behind us, right? So I don't mean to confuse too many people. But you know, why are people on this call? Well, first of all, Tom, I've been really working hard behind the scenes, getting emails out and sharing what you do to help so many people. And so, you know, for those of you who don't know me, I see there's David. I know David, and I see some others here. Welcome to the call. I've been here in this office for almost 3 months, just about 3 months, 3+ months, just over. And I've been sitting at this conference table, which is kind of like the hub of Tom's office. And this hub has things going on all day long. And I'm at this office, you can see the board behind me, which is kind of like my workplace and kind of the guide for all of us. And it was when I met Tom, it was about how can Tom help more people? That's what it comes down to. How can Tom help more agents to do better? And I kept hearing this 92% of life insurance agents fail in the first couple of years, 92%. And I'm like, Tom, you know there's a way that they don't have to fail if they could just have the right blueprint, the right way to go. So Tom decided, it was about a month ago, just over a month and a half ago, we decided to do the Weekly Wisdom course. Remember that? And we put all those videos, they were on YouTube, and then we said, listen, let's create a free course to get people to come see it. And then I was emailing, and lo and behold, in just a short period of time, we've got 20,000 members in this Weekly Wisdom course for free. And some of you who are on the call may be in the Weekly Wisdom free course. And then Tom said, you know what, I want to spend more time with those who want more time. Let's do a $4.97. In fact, what was it? It's $4.26, $1.26 a week, right? For a weekly 1 hour, let's just discuss the Weekly Wisdom from this week or any other Weekly Wisdoms from the previous weeks. And gosh, I've learned so much from all these Weekly Wisdoms that Tom's doing. And then, you know, I'm probably 17 feet from Tom's desk, even though I'm in another room, but his door's open and this door is open here. And I hear Tom all day long helping people, talking to agents, talking to some struggling agents that just need more assistance, need to go to the next step. And I said to Tom, I go, you know what, you've got so much good stuff here, and you've been helping so many people without really kind of an organized way. And you know, there should be some things that can be done to help people even more. So, you know, this is before my time. You did the Professionals Forum last year, 2023. And then it's 2024 coming up in just 17 days. And it's like, gosh, we've got to get more people in. We've got to get more people in. And we're trying to figure this out. Like, what is it that's going to get more people in? And every day we have this meeting in the morning, don't we, Tom? Sometimes it's about 7:30. And then it's another one at about 11 for 15 minutes in between, basically getting a drink, an iced tea, and going down the hallway to the restroom and coming back for another call, because Tom is like on these calls all day long. In fact, I counted one day, it was 7 Zoom calls in one day that Tom does. I'm like, wow, I mean, he's just trying, like Superman, like he wants to take on the entire planet of life insurance agents. So here I am, I'm in this room, and I'm like, gosh, I just want to keep sending emails out. I want to get the word out. I want to get these videos seen by more people. And how can we get more people to the Professionals Forum, which is what we're talking about today, right, Tom? And so, you know, we collaborate quite a bit. And my mind is a marketing mind. Tom's mind is I just want to teach people. And the rest of the office is how can we help more people? I mean, there's Bridget in here, there's Laura in here, there's Josh, there's Joe, there's Joseph. Everyone's in this office for one common goal. And I came up with this thing, and we started talking about this, because I need to understand, in order to market better, in order to find the right people that will identify with this blueprint, is talking to a stranger first, right, Tom? It's a stranger.
Absolutely.
And
That's, I
then
think, the biggest missing piece.
yeah, how do you change a stranger to get a stranger to become a prospect, right? That's the second thing. And then from a prospect to become a client, well, that's where everyone gets they get paid, right? And also the client is, you know, having some protection and in achieving their goals. And then how to get this client to become an advocate, which is the entire other side of things, which I think what I'm hearing anyway, I'm not a life insurance agent myself, but I'm hearing a lot of people kind of miss out on that part, right? Isn't that right? They miss out on the advocate, right? And so I'm starting to think, okay, so we could start with this stranger. Well, we can all talk to strangers. It's pretty easy, but it's how you talk to the stranger. And this is what I've really learned from Tom, right? Then, you know, how do you earn this trust and build this rapport to quickly bring a stranger to a point of curiosity because of how you're talking to them and what you're talking about? This, you become a person of curiosity. And then from there, then they go to become a client and so on. But anyway, so that's what we've been working on so diligently. Like I'm sometimes 18 hours a day trying to make things go to try to get as many people as we can to the professionals forum, because that's really where the magic, I think, can really occur with all these speakers, 9 total. And, you know, I've been on these calls with Tom talking to these speakers. Some of you have been on the calls too, but, you know, they are so enthusiastic about what they're going to be sharing at the professionals forum, right, Tom? And that's, you know, this is your creation. And, you know, there's something, you made a comment yesterday, which we've heard many times, but I want to share it with everyone here. You know, there are those who do events that sell out. And what I mean by selling out, and Tom knows this exactly, selling out is, okay, we're going to bring people in for a lower price or nothing, and then we're just going to pitch you. Like everybody's going to pitch, and hopefully you get $18,000 out of each person in the room, and there's all this pressure. And Tom said, again yesterday, and it's over and over again, I'm not selling out. I'm going to do this for the benefit of the agents to make sure that this industry stays intact and continues to grow in a positive manner. And, you know, unfortunately, it's at the expense of Tom. When I met Tom, I heard the number and I'm like, holy moly, like there's been a lot of money invested in these agents, and not many agents can actually really appreciate what Tom has been doing. But there's a lot of money invested, and it's like, man, we've got to do something to get more agents so that they can actually see this juice and take it to the next level and have some have some, you know, some years. Like there's one agent in particular that I've talked to, Joseph, 900,000 in his first year's insurance premium, first year, and he'd never sold anything before. In fact, he came from an industry that they don't sell, they apologize. Right?
Let's make sure we tell them.
Right? They apologize. Yeah, let's send the bill out and ask for, you know, forgiveness later. That's the sales technique of that industry, right? But, you know, and he went into this in his first year, thanks to Tom and this blueprint that everyone should know. And some of you here on the call may know some of it, but, you know, Tom, do you want to go into the blueprint a little bit right now?
Well, let me back up too and explain why this, I think, is so important. I've been very lucky, very fortunate in my career. I've been very successful, and I am appalled by the industry accepting the fact that 92% of the people won't be around in 10 years. And what really bothers me the most is that insurance companies kind of build that into their marketing budget, and they don't even care about, what if we made the 8% success 16% success? That would be a 100% increase in productivity and still accepting 84 crap failure. Mm-hmm. Now, I agree, there are some people that should never be licensed, and they should have, you know, they're enthralled because the guy that's been in the life insurance business for a certain amount of time always drives the nice car and lives in the nice part of town. I get that. That's attractive. But I'm also telling you, there is a secret to this. And the secret is simply understanding not only what we do, but why and how we do it. So I'm very fortunate that the person you're referencing, this Joseph guy, has been very influential for me in asking me questions. And what has really been profound for me is he's asking questions from outside the industry, not a bunch of insurance reps getting together going, what's wrong with our industry? Well, here's a person who was completely on the outside, and now he's asking such questions that are getting me to think. So not only did it develop the Curve, which is the training program we now use, and for the first time in 50 years, my head's exploding. Now we were doing something different. This blueprint. So this really is the process on how to take a stranger, someone you don't even know, the steps and the processes of going through that to turning them into an advocate. And it's really not that difficult. And I know, and I tell you that it's never been easier to sell life insurance today than it has been in my life. It's not because the products are getting better or because the government is getting more lax. I got better. And in order for me to get better, I had to be surrounding myself with people who were much better than me. And what is so flattering for me, though, Jim, is that this professionals forum that I am convinced will change the industry. Not one speaker is being paid. Not one. And they all, when I was sharing with them what my vision is, what my goal is, and mission for the rest of my life is to give back. I want to give back. And I'm telling people, you may be failing, but I can help you understand why you're failing. And I can give you the mathematical processes and procedures that are necessary for you to succeed. Now, here's the question. Will I do it? That's not my call. You know, the fact I'm going to give you the keys to financial freedom and you don't decide to turn the lock, it's not my fault. But I will give you the keys to this financial freedom. I will give you the keys on how to go step A, step B, step C, step D, and succeed. And if you're interested in doing that, I can't imagine why you wouldn't want to be at the forum. Not only are we going to have some of the best in the industry talking about all kinds of things. I'm not asking every speaker to be mini Tommies. I hate to break this to you. I don't want a bunch of people running around with little Tommies. I don't want that. There are speakers that have their own belief. I want to make that available to people. I want my belief to be shared. I'm not saying you have to act on it, but when you learn the art of communication by simply asking questions or directing where the conversation should go, man, I'm just sitting back in awe of watching people succeed, and I had a little piece of it, a little piece. And that's all I'm asking for. I want to fill Bridgestone Arena, which is kitty corner from the Hall of Fame, Country Music Hall of Fame, with 18,000 people who are serious about making this a career that they love, that they are prospering in, and they're having an impact on people's lives around the country, around North America, around the world for that matter. We've got people that are going to be coming from Canada, but we might have some people coming internationally. So I'm excited about, for the first time in my career, I can look at our past, doing a forensic analysis, if you will, looking at the past and identifying why that person failed and why that person succeeded. And if I can replicate both, this one I'm going to ignore, this one I want to propose. What you do with the information, my favorite quote in the group, you're about to get a pay raise. It becomes effective the day you are. Think about that. I'll give you the keys. What you do with it is your choice. If you choose to do nothing, you are paid exactly what you're worth. But if you stand or sit in an audience and you are in awe of someone on stage who's talking and they make it sound so easy, so eloquent, you give your life to this person. There's a reason why. And that's what this is all about. There is a reason why. I can quantify that reason why, and I can help you build off of it so that I could just sit back and watch you go nuts and watch you explode. How's that?
That was incredible. So, you know, along those lines, I've been to a lot of events myself, and, you know, some of these speakers, they put their sunglasses on as soon as they're off stage and they're gone. They're back in their fancy jet or wherever, you never see them again. And when I found out how Tom is putting this together, which is literally so that each person that comes has this chance to literally connect one-on-one with each of these speakers, including Tom too, but all of them one-on-one in the breaks. You can go right up to them, ask questions, get more insight. At breakfast and at lunch, you have the chance to even do that too. This is the kind of thing that actually makes it so special, because some of these events you go to, you never see them again. They get on stage for their 90 minutes or 45 minutes or whatever, and you never see him again. And then it's the hoopla, there he goes. But these guys are all, and women are all going to be here the whole time. They're going to be in the room. They're going to be actually seeing you and talking to you during the breaks and at breakfast and at lunch, which is something completely different. I have not seen that ever before. And so, you know, part of this is it's really expensive to do this too. And you have to have the willingness of each of the speakers to want to do this. I mean, imagine it's an all-day thing for a speaker to be actually in the room with all the guests and everyone in attendance, it's crazy. It's a lot of energy, right, Tom? I mean, you know, they'd like to have a break. They've got business to attend to too, but they're going to be in the room, which is so special, so special. And when I saw Jim Ritta's, you know, his message the other day. Wow, like, I mean, how much time could you spend with that guy? I mean, and I say that guy, I'm saying that respectfully. You know, wow. I mean, that's just something else. And some of the other speakers, like, gosh, you know, if I had 45 minutes every break to be able to spend, it's like a candy store. Like, I'm going to go in there and I want it all, right? And that's what Tom's created. So Tom, can you go into that a little bit more?
We've got 10 hours this year where we're going to have breaks. So it's not going to be a potty break, run, go potty, run back to your seat. No, we're going to have snacks. We're going to have speaker stations. We're going to have all the speakers have a place to stand or sit if they want a chair. Because remember last year's fiasco with Van and his chair. We'll give him a chair that will raise him to the right level. But we're going to have the ability to spend one-on-one. And the thing I want to try to relate here, when I was growing up, I was aware of MDRT. I missed it my first year by just a small amount, and that's when it was by face amount. And there were industry legends, and Ben Feldman is the one that will probably still be in history books as the most successful. But his granddaughter is going to be here, and when I went to an event, there was Ben Feldman, John Savage, and all the other wonderful top of the table people. There's no way I was going to ever make top of the table. That just seemed so far away. It was unrealistic. When I started, my average premium was $12.42 a month. That was my average premium. So looking at these people from afar, which is all you could do, there was no social media. Today, there's social media. And we can get their newsletter, we can get their podcast, we can get their monthlies, we can see them on film. I'm talking about rubbing an elbow. There's a picture in the archive of the Professionals Forum. Ruta showed up. I'd never met him. I gave him a big old hug. Where are you going to be able to do that if you're not paying thousands of dollars to attend his event? Mm-hmm. We're having 8 to 10 hours where you can rub shoulders. And Van made the comment, look, if you want me to sit in the lobby until midnight talking to you, I will. Now here's a guy who runs 51 appointments a week, writes 80 apps a week, and he's going to give me that kind of time for the cause. So what's really cool for me is watching all of these people get behind the vision and the mission, and that is to not only give back, but to make this profession an admirable one, where it's, oh, I'm a life insurance agent. Oh gosh, you know, boo, go away. No. I spent 35 years trying to get away from being stigmatized as a life insurance agent. And that's why it was easy for me to just go sell mutual funds, because I got paid instantly. No, there's nothing that performs like life insurance, nothing. And there's nothing that spends like using life insurance as collateral. What's going to be different about this is we're not going to be looking at these wonderful speakers on stage, praising them, giving them a nice little pat on the back and a trophy so they can fly home. Everyone who's going to be on stage is going to share with you how they do it. And if you can't get 1 or 2 or 10 or 15 snippets, conversation starters, questions to ask, and multiply your investment, then I don't think we're taking a good picture here. Because as Jim Ruta was telling us, look, if you have one sales idea that gets you to this level, that's your minimum moving forward. And you get another sales idea, that's your minimum moving forward. I still am learning. Every day I'm learning something different or some other way of communicating my message. The day you stop learning is the day you stop or start dying. I don't want to give this up. My wife keeps asking, when are you going to retire? The day this gets boring, I will quit. Until then, I love watching an agent go, holy crap, I didn't know that, and I hold the license. Makes me feel proud. Makes me feel proud.
Well, you know, I'm just going to ask those who are here in attendance, and you know who you are here, but how many people can you name that have been an influence on your business? And that's what this is about, is influencing your business as well, right? And there are nine different people here, 9 different industry leaders that can, again, help you go to the next level. And, sometimes it's not even one idea from one of these individuals, it's a collective idea. You take 1, 2, or 3, and all of a sudden you have something magical that comes from a collective. This one's saying this one's saying this, and this one's saying this, and the next thing you know, you could actually really, really take the game to the next level. But all of you have had some sort of a mentor, someone who's helped you along the way, whether it's been through a video, a webinar, or even in person somewhere, or someone in your office that's helped you, right? And this is just to bring it all together. Tom is bringing, instead of having to go out and get all this on your own individually, all in one room for 2.5 days, everyone's there. And then when you're in the room with your peers, you're going to actually be able to banter back and forth and collaborate with your peers, because it's not like there's a lot of competition out there. There's plenty of room for everyone. So it's, how do you all do better? And the world is your oyster. That's the way I look at it. And if we can all do better, then we'll all do better no matter what, because the competition is, it's not there, right? It's just, you won't have competition or less competition if you do it in a different way. And that's what Tom has been really, really hitting home on, is how to do it differently, so that there are some people that want to stay in longer. I remember there's one gentleman, I can't remember his name, I want to say it's Steve, that said, you know what, I'm not going to retire. I'm back in. And wants to keep on going because he wants to keep on helping people, because it's easier than ever. And before he was, just hitting it hard and a lot of work, and you have to retire when you're tired. But when you have this new enthusiasm and you have a different way of approaching things, it makes it completely different. But that's, these are life-changing decisions that some people have made, thanks to Tom and trying to put all these things together so it's in one package. And so Tom's blueprint is the package, right? It's all these things, and come to this event and you can't go wrong. And then a lot of people go, well, I don't know if I'm going to get my money's worth, which is a discussion we had this morning. We were right here in the office this morning talking about, well, I'm not sure if I'm going to get my money's worth. Well, it could be a penny or it could be $10,000. It's what you do, when you leave, right? And how to take it to the next step. And Tom, do you want to share a little bit about the idea that we had this morning?
About the price?
Yes.
Yeah.
If you want to, I can share my screen so I can have it up.
But before you do, I want to piggyback on what Steve was saying, because I think this is really important.
You got it.
It was October 7th of 2022 that Joseph and I kind of sat down and put together this first rendition of what we call the curve. And 1 month later, I had lunch with Steve. And Steve was about ready to leave. He'd been in the Breakaway League for 4.5 years. And he said, I've really learned a lot, but I think I want to slow down. And as we were talking, I was so excited about what I was learning in the curve. He was saying, Tom, on a scale of 1 to 10, your conviction is a 12. He says, I don't know how you got there, but whatever it is, if it's replicable, I want to do it. And I said, okay, great, let's do it. So we developed the curve, and now he's in the Diamond group of the Breakaway League. And I helped him write his first $1.6 million premium. Now he is so excited because he's learning the right language to talk to people with wealth without coming across as a salesperson. And he's now committing himself to doing $1 million of premium a month. Now, I'm not saying everybody that comes to the forum is going to be doing $1 million of premium, but here's my point. Most people look at something called the forum and they think, well, I'm new in the business, I want to learn. And here's a guy who says, I thought I knew everything, and now I'm being exposed to why some people exceed even more than he was, and he's replicating those things that are not only transferable, but they're replicable, and I can build off it on my own, make it my own. And Steve's going, I'm never going to quit. I'm never going to quit. So I think that I don't care where you are in your career, you're going to be able to walk away with several tens of thousands of dollars of additional income by simply either looking at things differently, asking a different question, or having a different presence about yourself. So go ahead, Jim.
Okay. So this morning was a pretty serious meeting with all the staff, because we're all in this trying to figure out how to help more people. And so it was Tom, Joseph, myself, there's Josh, there's Laura, there's Bridget, and we're going, you know what, we just want to get more people. And what it comes down to is Tom wants to get more people in. And so we're coming up with, we came up with this. It's the Tom Love charity event, if you will. Scholarship, right? The Tom Love Scholarship. And this is just so that, you know what, if money is your issue, this is going to be wiped away somehow, some way. So I'm just going to ask you a question. If you could raise your hands when you answer this, just raise your hands. If you could come and to the one place where Tom has brought everyone together, if you could come for less than $1,000, raise your hand. Just raise your hand, because I'm going somewhere with this.
Keep your hand raised.
There they go. Hands are going up. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Okay, so we came up with something even better than that. And this is, we just want to get everyone we possibly can. So I'm going to share my screen. So my video may go away. I'm not sure if it will or not, but I'm going to share my screen, and let's see if it will come up. Allow my screen. Okay, so let me know, because I can't see my screen. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, great. All right, so here's what we've got cooking. We went to work this morning right after this meeting, and we created a new page, and it's just for you guys on this call, just for you guys on this call. I'm going to scroll down here. It was $15.97 for a general admission ticket. It was $9.97 for a general admission ticket. Now, today, it's $1,100 off. It's $497. Okay, and for the VIP, it's down $1,500. It's now $997 from the original ticket price. And for the Ultra VIP, it's down $1,000 to $3,997. So let me just go through this. And Tom, if you would like to, because you can see this, if you want to explain some of these things of what they're getting, you're happy to, or I can. It's up to you.
Yeah, go ahead, because you can see it better on your screen.
Okay, great. Okay, so the general ticket, okay, I'm going to go back up, $497. Okay, you're going to get two-day event attendance. You're going to get breakfast both mornings and lunch both afternoons, and a certificate of training. You'll have a chance in the breaks to be able to talk to these speakers. They'll be around. You'll be able to have one-on-one time with some of them, if not all of them, when they're around during the breaks. And obviously you'll have all the speakers and you'll have all that experience. Okay, now for the VIP, on top of that, you're going to have premier lunch access with the speakers. Okay, this is $997. Okay, it includes everything above, which is the meals, breakfast, and lunch, but you're going to have premier lunch access to the speakers' tables. What that means is that if you get in there first and the table has 8 seats, one of them's already taken by that professional, there are 7 seats left. So you can go pick your seat, sit right next to them if it's available, and you can have all the time you need during lunch, right? Then also there's the Honky Tonk experience with 2 drink tickets. That's on 2/29, February 29th. A VIP welcome reception. It's only for the speakers, sponsors, and VIP attendees. In addition, professional portrait photos for your marketing. So one of the things I come back, what I bring is that I want to help you guys market. I want to help you guys have the best foot forward online or not. And so professional portrait photos will certainly help with that. And those are edited, and you'll have an email with your photos in your mailbox. Then professional green screen backgrounds for your Zoom and video calls. These are going to be really cool because that's something you can use as a background, unlike the one that I have behind me. It'll be something very professional, and there could be some that look very cool, that have certificates on them and things like that, but that's going to be the green screens. That is for the $997. For the $3,997, you obviously get what we just talked about. In addition to that, you have advanced access to the speakers at all the meals, breakout networking with the speakers, a professional photo with the speakers, first call theater access, guaranteed main floor seating. What does that mean? When the door opens, you get to get in first to have your best seat, whichever one you want in the house. First come, first serve, but you're going to be in the line first. Then there's this Nashville experience, which is really cool. When you're in Nashville, you obviously want to have the experience, which means going around, seeing some of the shops, seeing some of the different bars, because that's what this really is music and bars and shopping. So you'll be able to see that too. And then on the 27th, the Nashville Predators play the Ottawa Senators. So that is actually at the Bridgestone Arena, and that's going to be a great game. I hear the Predators they're trying to make it. They're in play right now, which means the seats are almost always sold out at the games, because I've actually tried to go a couple times and couldn't get in. And then also on top of that, you're going to get a up to $400 night hotel reimbursement, premium Wi-Fi access in the theater, and airport transportation to and from the airport. So what that means is you don't have to think about anything. All you have to do is Give our staff your flights on the inbound and your flights on the outbound, and we'll make sure that you get in and out on our transportation to take care of you there. Now, here's the best part. And for those of you who can't make it, guys, if you can't make it, if you just can't make it, just type in, I can't make it. Okay? Just type in if you can't make it. It's okay. Can't be present if you can't make it to Nashville. Okay, so real quick, Jane Eddy has a question. What if you would like to step up a level? Tom, can people upgrade?
Absolutely, they can.
Absolutely.
And Jane, what you want to do is just give Bridget a call.
Yep.
And we can definitely make that difference for you.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Okay, James says can't make it. Also, Greg says can't make it in this year. Anybody else? We have Greg and James. Anybody else can't make it? We're going to give you a reason. So if you can't make it here, we're going to make it to you. Here's what we're doing. Live virtual event started at $14.97. We put it at $7.97, and today it's $197. Okay, $197. Look at this. Mike Maloney, no problem, can't make it. Grace can't make it. Okay, great. $197. You're going to get both days of live streaming attendance. You're going to get a certificate of training, actionable strategies, key insights from industry leaders. You're going to leave with a plan to improve your blueprint. That's your blueprint, and turn strangers into prospects and increase your commissions. That's the whole goal here, right? All from the comfort of your own home or office, okay? And so I'm going to put in this into the chat, the website, because this is the important part. You have to go here and click. And I want to know who's clicking to get in. I just put it in there so that you can actually click and get in right now. I'm going to tell you, you want to take advantage of this right now. There is no other reason why you don't want to do it now. This isn't going to hang around for long. Okay, so that's just go to theprofessionalsforum.com/special-timeout. Why do we have it as -timeout? Because guess what? It's going to time out. Okay, and when it times out, it times out. Okay, so you can still see my video, right?
Yes.
Okay, good. So anyway, I'm going to leave this up on the screen so people can see it. I want you to ask any questions. Ask Tom or myself any questions right now. I see James says, okay, great. Any questions you have, let's answer them now. We've got a good crowd here on this call. Let's answer them all. Will there be recordings? Tom?
Yes.
Yep. Scott, you're going online. Awesome. So you're in? That's great. Welcome, welcome. I cannot wait. There's going to be even more after the event that you're going to go. I can't talk about it now, but remember, I'm the guy behind the scenes that kind of is putting all the online stuff. You've seen some of the weekly wisdom courses and things like that. Just wait till you see what's coming, because the next thing is David Kinder is going to be there for sure. What happens if you're registered for the forum earlier? This is from Mike Drayton.
Yeah, Mike, what I want you to do is, if you want to take advantage of this, buy this ticket at whatever level you want. We will reimburse you for the other one.
Perfect. Okay, got that? All right. Okay, so next one, Scott. If I do the live stream but decide I will attend, can I upgrade? Tom.
Oh my gosh, of course. We'd love to have you in person.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Even if it's sleeping
Absolutely.
in your car down on Broadway. Absolutely. And then there was also, how do I get trained by Tom on the entire system? You want to handle that one, Jim?
Sure. Okay, so you know what, I have to do this. I'm just gonna bring up one page of the presentation so I can show you what we've been working on. Okay, is that okay, Tom?
Absolutely.
I'm just gonna bring up one. Okay, let me find it here, because there's one thing that I've been working on. I want to go back, and you're gonna see a familiar board here. Let me just press play here so you can see it. Okay, so this is just, a few weeks ago, this is actually, I think, right before Christmas, we started to really work on, gosh, how can we help more people? And now you see that board. I'm sitting right in front of that board actually right now, so you can kind of see some familiar green etching there on the board. So here's what's happening. Tom is in the midst of actually creating 15 more courses right now. I mean, if you see Tom on a daily basis, if I wish I had a video up in the corner when Tom walks in and sits down and puts his headphones on and he's writing, diligently writing, sometimes for an hour, sometimes for 15 minutes, sometimes for 2 hours. Whenever he has a break, this Tom Love is writing another course. writing, writing, writing. And you'll see just over to the right, right above that big screen, that's the starting list of these courses. And they go down, it's about 15 or 16. So I have to tell you, James, there is a lot of training coming, believe me. So I'm going to escape out of that so that I can get back to the actual website so that I don't, I want to make sure people can still get in. Did that answer, Tom, well enough? What's going on? 15 more courses. There's the Curve. There's more to EOS. There's more to, gosh, if I look up there, I mean, there's Objective, Pick 6, Newsletter, Client Folder, Conversion Point, CTA, Tracker, Blueprint. I mean, I can go on and on and on. Oh, Tom does have a book coming out. This is quite neat. It's coming out very soon. It's actually in the final edit. It's actually, you have 2 books coming out, Tom. One is a really, really nice book. The first one, though, is going to be for anyone who really wants to take their game to the next level. That's coming out probably next week. I mean, I just saw the edits that are going on right now, and it looks absolutely wonderful. And that's coming out too. But this is, you know, how, James, how you're going to get trained by Tom Love is just stick around. Oh, there's one more thing. Are you okay if do you think it's okay to show where we might be headed on April 1st?
Oh, sure.
Okay.
Sure.
Okay. I'm asking for permission because, you know, I want to make sure that, you know, out of respect, because, you know, I know that there are certain things that we can talk about and certain things we can't talk about, but I'm going to bring up, this is so exciting, especially for me, because this is where I come from, is this background of training, because that's really, really what I love. I'm just trying to find it here. Sorry about that. 1 second. I'm going to find this thing if it kills me.
While you're pulling that up,
yep.
James is asking, where do I start? So James, if you'll go, if you want to reach me, my email address is tom@thebreakawayleague.com.
I'm going to type it in. Tom, I'll type it in right now while you're doing it. Tom at the Breakaway League. Let me get that. I'll just
now, if you want to know what all the crap we can do, if you go to the website, thebreakawayleague.com, that'll give you a little bit on what you can do. But we just bought the domains of so many places for learning online.
Yep.
And I think we've got 17 to 18 courses that we're going to be offering. Some are going to be short, some are going to be hours. The Curve is a 13-week course.
Yeah, it's actually quite something. In fact, I'm going to just show this picture real quick. I'm going to bring it up. Let's see. Do you see this? This is just a little hint of what's coming, and this is just a start. We just did a mock-up today of just Tom saw it for 2 seconds. Tom is going to be starting a university. It's not accredited, so it's not like you're going to have a .edu to go to.
A PhD.
Yeah, PhD or whatever HD. It really doesn't matter, right? But it's got an HD in there somewhere. The Thomas F. Love University. Okay. And this is where all these courses are going to be hanging under. We just started with this little drawing here. This is by no means anywhere near finished, but since you're on the call, you might as well see a little bit, right, Tom? Because this is where we're headed. And there's going to be a campus actually coming up. And I don't mean campus like, oh, a sprawling 65-acre, you know,
like
program.
Harvard.
Yeah, like Harvard. It's not like that by any stretch of the means, but I'm trying to find the drawing and I can't, but I'll just talk about it. I'm so excited about this because all these years, Tom has been doing his training, his physical in-person training at like a hotel, at a seminar center, at a convention place or something like that. And it's so expensive. It's so darn expensive. And the logistics to do it is just crazy. I mean, we tried to get one right here in Nashville for just a small thing. And it's like, it's a huge process just to get one day. And it's all, oh, I don't know if that's available or not. So what did Tom do? He's created our own so that we can have our own schedule, right? How about that? Where people can come in and, you know, we have a really, really quite decent videographer that's in-house, and we're going to set this thing up with some really special video so that we can take it from all directions. Other people in the team say, listen, we're going to have this stage that's going to be incredible. That's going to wow people. So when you come in for the training, you just can't miss it. It's going to be this big thing. If you ever go to like a pub or a bar and they've got those video walls with the big TVs, we're going to have some of those in there instead of having just a white, what do you call it, a white screen. It's going to be video wall so people can do presentations, but it's going to be quite amazing. And my job is actually, I've got to fill this room. You know, if we could get it filled once a day for classes and courses, that's what we're going to do. And that's my job, which I've got a lot to do, but go ahead, Tom.
Jim, I got a question. The boot camp that's coming up, what day is that? March 4th?
Yeah, the boot camp, March 4th is coming up. Boot camp right here in Nashville.
Yeah, in Nashville. We're going to have, unfortunately, we're not going to have our new office ready yet, but we're going to be at the Marriott in Cool Springs, which is just south of Nashville. We're going to have an all-day boot camp, and it's going to be $500. Yeah. And it'll be probably 6.5 to 7 hours. We're going to go through the strategy on how to find an average of $70,000 of premium. Our average last year was $77,000. Now we've done 7 million so far this year, so obviously the averages are going to go way up. But if you can have a decent conversation with people on how they would want to put in as much in life insurance as they possibly can, then you got to attend this event. You'll get a workbook. Yes. I'm going to give you the whole strategy. I'm going to spend a couple of hours teaching you how to answer the question, what do you do for a living? So you know in 15 seconds if you have identified someone who believes as you do. I'm going to finish with 5 sales ideas that you could write on a napkin, producing 6 figures of premium if you wish. And then we're going to go over some illustrations on how to actually show the product. That's going to be on March 4th in Nashville.
All day.
And if you're interested, again, Tom at thebreakawayleague.com, or go to the professionals forum .com/events. And that'll be on there as well. And we're just excited about doing
that. Or if you could right now, if you want to put in the questions, which is fine, just if you're interested in boot camp, just write in boot camp, and then we'll follow up right after this with an email, okay? It's going to be for a small group of people, right, Tom? It's only going to be for maybe 15.
The smaller it is, the more you get to interact with me and find out why what we talk about is as powerful as it is. Not just listening and memorizing or recording the presentation. We've had people try to do that, and it fails miserably. So I'm going to spend time telling you why we go through each process the way we do to get the response the way we are.
James has a question.
Can you have a virtual boot camp? We have had those in the past, yes. And they've been very beneficial. If you can't make it to Nashville, yeah, we can do that. But I've got the room rented before I bought this office. So I got to fill the room on March 4th. Or they're going to bill me for the whole thing. So I'm trying to kill 2 birds with 1 stone. So if you can make it to Nashville, you'll save my ass. And if you can't, that's okay. I totally understand. But since you made the mistake of responding to one of our emails, we now own you for the rest of your life. And we'll be contacting you about either a virtual boot camp or a regional boot camp. I own an airplane. I would love to take this regionally and go
100%.
around, the eastern part of the United States. Yeah.
I mean, what the goal is keep it within a tank of gas kind of thing, right?
Right. Well, I think your bladder is more important. I think it's 6 hours of bladder control.
Right. Okay, Paul, boot camp. Okay, so right after this, we're going to get in touch with you. I'm assuming your email address is what you registered for this webinar, so that we'll have your email for that. Anybody else? You live in Las Vegas? Okay.
Direct flight, Southwest.
That's right. Southwest comes right into Nashville, BNA, LAS to BNA. Okay. So anyway, so boot camp, and then James. Okay, great. Anybody else interested in the boot camp? Just type it right in now, and then we'll get back to you. You don't have to, have to be public about it, but we put it right in the chat there. And then again, back to the professionals forum. $497 for the general admission, $997 for the VIP, and $3,997 for the ultra VIP. You can see there at the top. And I tell you what, if you're already in on one of these levels, there's certainly an upgrade path. And if you want to just type that in, upgrade, no problem. And then we'll talk to you about that too. So that way we can get back to you. Drayton, yes to boot camp. Okay, so we've got right now 2, Paul and Mike. Drayton are saying yes to the boot camp. James lives in Las Vegas, and it's Southwest. Peanuts, right? All right, so I don't think I have anything else to share on my end, but Tom, do you?
I do not. Okay. I want to thank everybody for spending the time with us. Look forward to developing relationships. Remember, my goal, my mission, I don't think I was the smartest kid in college. I know I wasn't according to my grades, but I think I have something that is transferable and that I would love to see this industry be what it is. So thank you for your support. I appreciate all of it.
Thank you. I have one request for all of you. You know, we're all looking for referrals. Okay. In fact, part of this advocate part of the process, right? From stranger to prospect to client to advocate is if you know anyone that could benefit from the Professionals Forum, please let us know and let them know. That would really be great because just Tom wants to get the word out everywhere he possibly can. Okay. All right, Jane, we're going to upgrade you. Mike, we're going to take care of you for the boot camp. James will be in touch talking about the boot camp for you. Paul, Craig as well, boot camp. All right, thank you very much. Tom, thank you again. I really appreciate your time and thank you for your commitment. I tell you what, I've never seen a man that works so hard for this cause, and it's so far hard and backwards sometimes. You know, it's like pedaling backwards. Just, I got to help more people. I got to help more people. We're trying to pedal forward, but sometimes we go backwards. All right.
Scott
Anyway.
also wants the boot camp info. We'll definitely get a hold of you, Scott.
Great. Thank you, Scott. Awesome. All right, guys. Thank you. Thank you, Tom. We'll see you all later.
See you later.
Thank you. Have a great day. Bye-bye.
All right.